is.
Did you guys see the Max Kellerman
No passion.
and Stephen A. smoke start?
Oh,
Nah,
I didn't see it. I saw the headlines. I saw you send it in Discord.
That
But I didn't
shit's
tap
the
into it.
smoke.
I was
That
gonna
shit's the
wait
smoke.
right now.
So Max Kellerman
shit's
was
smoke.
on Bill Simmons podcast.
Shout out to Max, by the way. Shout out to Max.
All right, so let's
Shout out to-
let's
We
let's
fucking
do
Max,
that then.
man.
Let's do that. Let's warm up.
Let's start
What-
from the top, though.
No,
Start from the top,
I got the
though.
whole story from the top. I will say, what are y'all thoughts on this situation with Max Kellerman and Stephen A? I wasn't watching First
I'm
Take at
not
the
tapped
time.
in.
No, I'm saying
I'm
when
not
they were
tapped
working
in.
together. When they were working together, were you guys tapped into First Take? Because I've been
Yes,
done with First Take.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was
So
super tapped in when
so
they was-
what
when he
was the
on there.
vibes
Super
like
tapped
back
in.
then? What was the vibes back then?
Max was always trumping him. Max was always more analytical. He generally had smarter, more rational takes. He didn't have like radical takes like Stephen
he
A.
did.
And another thing,
Nah.
and another no.
Yes, he
That's
did.
actually the
no.
opposite.
Yeah.
But go
Yes,
ahead.
No. When I mean radical, I mean like on the political side of things. Like one thing that I'll say is I know why one of the reasons why Stephen A. Smith probably didn't like him is because whenever there was like a topic, a racial topic, like Max seemed to like side with the minorities. And
course.
and Stephen A. was siding with the majority, but the way Max would break it down would make Stephen A. look crazy. And like
Right.
after a couple of those, all of a sudden Max was gone.
Remember what
That's
T.O.
what I mean
said
by
to-
radical. I just mean
Remember what
politically. I
T.O.
don't mean like just actual takes.
Remember what T.O. said to Stephen A?
No, go ahead. What are you saying? Pull that clip up.
When T.O. said, man, Max is more black. Max might be blacker than you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I mean. He
Right when
was
said that.
tight when he said that, and it was like that's happened multiple
Yo.
times where it's like, yo, why are you like you would find Stephen A. standing on the opposite side of like a racial topic.
Yo,
and
you
you're
know,
like,
Max got a mixtape out there somewhere.
yo, Max is
know,
a
right?
rapper. He had a New York radio
Yeah.
station. Like, yo, bro,
Right.
he's for the culture, bro. Trust me. He's
Well, I will
heavy
say
for
I
the
haven't
culture.
watched First Take since Skip Bayless type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an OG
That's bad.
First Take
That's
nigga.
bad. That's
Like, you know what I'm
bad.
saying? When
that's the word.
that shit was crack, when you had to turn that shit
Nah,
on
that
at
shit was
9
crack.
a.m.
That shit
Like
was
you
crack,
had to
bro.
turn that shit on every morning, like
Nah, he replays
instantly.
every day.
That's when I was watching First Take. But all right, so this was Max Kellerman's take.
But Stephen A. you're in a relationship with where you're doing a show together for how many years? 4?
5.
5 years. You're with this dude every day. You're seeing him in the mornings. You do commercial breaks. You're hanging out.
Sure.
And then the show ends, or the show ends with you, and he moves on with other people. And then, you know, and I should say I like Stephen A. and I've always gotten along with him. I didn't love how he handled the aftermath of you leaving, where it's basically like, I told you the show would be better. I just thought, because I think you're really talented. Now, you and I have known each other for a while. Whether it meshed as a show perfectly, I don't know the answer to that, but I just didn't think that was the right way to handle it.
If you're doing a debate show and you're a competitive person,
Yeah.
why would you want me as a partner? That's bad. You want to go 15 rounds every day with Muhammad Kellerman? That's just bad. You know, it's embarrassing,
Talk your
you know?
shit.
So you think that was part of it? He didn't want to put the time in, or like just wanted a different type of show? What's
Put
your
the time-
take looking
I
back
don't
2
think it
years
has to do
later?
with put the time in. It's, you know, it's a debate show.
You're ready to roll on
You
all
wanna-
topics.
You want to like if you're, I have an idea. This is what I want to put on TV. I want to spar Bud Crawford every day for 15 rounds, and I want everyone to see it. Eventually, you're going to say, I don't want to do that anymore.
And you bring in some other people in a rotating
That's what I
cast.
mean.
He's coming off like a
I mean,
a
that's
dickhead,
that's
though.
one aspect of it. There are others.
No, he's
In other
not.
words,
Stephen A
that's
is
what
a
I could
dickhead.
tell
This
you
is how you do
from
it.
my point of view.
Yeah.
And I also think that if you make a calculation that if you can be perceived as a solo act, really, that you can get paid at a certain level that you can't if you're not a solo act, then you'd like to be a solo act, or at least perceived that way.
That's a good point.
Well,
too.
so like Mike and the Mad Dog are a good example of a show where it was the two of them together for a long.
I think he
Yes,
realized
yeah.
at a certain point, they're not going to make me take a partner. Why should I take a partner? Because I'm
Right.
beating the hell out of the guys across town by myself. I think when he thought they're going to make me take a partner, then it was like, okay, well, I'd like it to be with that guy. And then when it was like, I don't need a partner.
Yeah, that's too bad though, because I actually think
Shh, pocket them. Shh, we're talking about sports.
right.
And like,
You'd be doing this anyway.
come on. It's your job as a guy, like an average, like years.
Yeah.
Where I didn't feel like a relationship was really forming. And I like to go to work and
You could feel a little bit watching it. And it was
Yeah.
hard to tell how much of it was theater and how much of it was like,
There's one more
oh,
point
these
that he
guys
says
just don't
that-
get along in the same way, or
whatever
you know.
you feel about who you're working with and what the situation is, to me, a cardinal sin is betraying that on the air. You should always be thinking about making the show entertaining.
right.
And I do think it reached the point on that show where it was like, come on, dude, we the first priority is to make good TV.
Well, it becomes, I mean, good
The-
moment
the-
stuff.
The issue with that show is this. What is a hot take?
No,
This
you're
part
not
right
letting
here. This
him
part
run.
right
Hot
here.
take is a counterintuitive conclusion that on TV, you're going to just state your conclusion. You do analysis about a subject. You come to a conclusion that's counterintuitive. So when you say it, people will be like, what are you talking about? Give me 90 seconds. I'll explain it to you. Oh, at least he has a point of view. If there are 12 topics a day and you have 12 hot takes on those topics, because by and large, there's a consensus about sports. This guy's good. This guy's not as good. Whatever it is. This team is in the right direction, the wrong direction. Whatever it is. The consensus is usually correct, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, some small percentage of the time, in fact, what everyone thinks is not true. If you have a counterintuitive conclusion about every topic in sports every day, you are insane. Like, Skip Bayless is very entertaining, and I always enjoy my interactions with him privately.
Yeah.
He's insane, right? Like, you can't, you have 12 hot takes a day? Unbelievable, right?
Right.
You've come to 12 conclusions that go against the consensus every single day that you're going to. But Stephen A has
Nothing wrong
no
with
hot
that.
takes. Stephen A almost never, I can't think of any counterintuitive conclusions that he ever reaches. That's not his job on the air. His job is to be the big reactor to a counterintuitive conclusion.
Counterpuncher.
Reactor. He's there to hear the crazy conclusion that his partner has come to and actually be the everyman with a loud voice. Like, you are crazy, right? And do
Yeah.
it theatrically.
Down perfectly.
Yeah. So what are y'all thoughts on his side? And then I'll bring up Stephen A's side.
He hit it on the head. I feel like that's kind of crazy.
So Max is, I think anytime you get in those podcast modes, the dudes kind of seem to go a little bit left sometimes. Max didn't always have, Max is making it seem like he wasn't making crazy, like, wrong, like, takes too, and, like, he didn't win every debate that he had. Like, he had, I don't know, man, he just comes off as a little bit like, I mean,
Jaded?
just, I don't know, like, yeah, a little
Comes
bit,
off a little
yeah,
jaded?
exactly. Yeah. Because, like, like, when do you see Max? Like,
He should be jaded. He should be jaded, though. Like, I hate when people be like, yeah, coming off jaded. Why wouldn't he be jaded?
It's just that, be honest about it. Don't pretend like you're the greatest, that, you know, and dudes was afraid of you. Like, so this is the same dude who said Tom Brady was going to fall off a cliff. You remember that shit?
That's
Like,
literally what Stephen A talks about in his take. Let's listen
Really?
let's listen to Stephen A.
Say is, are you really sure you want to go there? This ain't some show. Max Kellerman, I think he has a podcast with Rich Paul coming out, if I remember correctly, or whatever. But if Max Kellerman wanted me to come on the show, the top ratings were handed to us because of what Skip and I were doing. So the audience has an expectation for that show. That show was not Get Up. That show was not PTI. That show was not Around the Horn. That show was not Sports Center. That show came with an expectation that the audience was looking for us to live up to. Anybody that's in front of the camera has an obligation to be compelled to be pulled towards what the audience wants, because that's how you get ratings. Now, I know Marcellus Wiley has his opinions.
He goes
And we
into this
beliefs. Some of this may be dominoes.
Did not ask for the change? Am I supposed to act like I did it? Am I supposed to sit up there and pull an okey doke and be all disingenuous and acting like, oh, it had nothing to do with me? That's weak, bro. That's not how I felt. I was straight up about it. I thought you respected that. Claiming to be truthful, what you knocking a brother for being truthful for? Your best friend on the planet. You ain't interested in hearing about what nobody else says. All you care about is what that side says. See
He's talking
what
about
Marcellus and If you're going to talk to people about the industry, what we're doing. So how would you understand? Let's call him that. Muhammad Kellerman. Debating Crawford every day and all of this other stuff. I brought up the fact that you said Tom Brady in the cliff. Then you turned around and apologized the next day because it was the first of many equivocations. If somebody wants to go out and think that I have a speck of fear of debating anyone, anytime, any place, fine, go ahead and believe that. If you want to ignore what you saw over the airways for 5 years when I was on the air sitting across from him, fine. What you're missing
that's what I'm saying
is, again, a debate. It was a debate show. It's nothing personal. This is not 2009, ladies and gentlemen, when I got fired. I didn't get my ESPN. That was his own show.
Then he said he got his own show. That was pretty much it. But this part right here is the funniest part.
Tom Brady's just about done. It could be this next game he plays. It could be a year from now. But he is going to fall off a cliff. Tom Brady is going to be a bum in short order. Now, what do I base that on?
Damn.
Can you say that again?
Yes.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Did you just say that Tom Brady is just about
So this goes against
done
everything that he just
and
described
he's
too,
going
which is
to
funny.
be a bum in short order? Is that what you just said?
Correct.
A bum in short order.
Yes.
Yo, what about the RJ Iguodala take?
What I'm gonna say.
I'm taking Iguodala.
No, that shit got me tight. That shit got me tight.
Yo, this is why I'm saying I can't sit up here. Dude sitting there calling himself Muhammad Kellerman, bro. Like, what
But
he,
he did come with facts on a lot of his debates. But I'll be honest with y'all.
He did.
This seems like one of those things where it's like you had dudes that were like fake friends for mad long.
Yeah.
And then like now they no, but like they had to like be fake friends. It seems like this is just the vibe that I get, like that fake friend vibe where it's just like, and now it's just like, yo, I can finally be like, yo, fuck you, I hate you, and like that's what it is. Like,
but is this?
It just seems like both are like very bitter. Like it just seems like both like it seems like this is some beef that we don't even need to be a part of. Type shit.
I was gonna say, is this bigger than Drake and Kendrick or nah?
Nah.
This is old news, yo, bro. This shit should have happened.
Drake sued.
Drake sued. You think Max is gonna sue?
Max should have done this. Max should have done this when the shit happened.
No, because they gave him a show. He can't do it.
I know. That's why.
Wait, so right now he's not on the air at all?
So
I mean, on his own, he's on his own little podcast shit. Like he's not on he's not on national television.
He was doing boxing. Because he's originally like into boxing.
Okay. All right, that's enough about Stephen A. and Max. Let's go